Aston University Engineering Academy is a university technical college. It's the first major one based on a university campus. We only take students from 14, so they arrive at us in their GCSE year, complete 2 years, go on into their A-levels or BTEC vocational pathways, and then head off into university, employment or apprenticeships. We've got a considerable range of students that come from all across the Midlands, but actually we've got a phenomenal amount of students from some seriously deprived areas of Birmingham. So our one-to-one scheme based on iPad was set up from the start of actually being here in the academy. The really important things was ensuring we had a really high-tech ICT provision. We work with Birmingham eLearning Foundation by operating under their scheme, and we use the support of them to actually help and guide us. We have a very discreet teaching and learning policy which really drives active learning and the role of students actually being the main participants in the classroom and the teacher acts as a facilitator. So the iPads actually complement that.
Pupils can go through a particular lesson at their own pace rather than having to dictate to particularly people, you start here. They can choose themselves and work through more freely, and it just makes it a lot better for us and for them in terms of their own progress in mathematics.
We use Outlook. Students are regularly in communication with their teachers in regard to what's coming up, what work they need to do, what deadlines, what tests they're setting, all via the appointments functionality.
Yeah. So have you done that work then?
Yeah, when's the assessment?
Should be in our calendar.
The teacher would email us some work, what we should do for the lesson, so then we can look at, the teacher gives us instructions, what we're meant to do. The iPad really has benefited all of us really. It's easier to interact with the teachers. That's going to help us progress more.
In physics, we prepare our students to be ready for the business world, and so their Outlook calendar is actually synced to their email as well, and then we can actually put reminders on there. Our drive really is really important for all pupils to have access to e-media in terms of iPads as well, and it just means that all pupils have a level playing field. So we can walk into one lesson and should deliver content that actually could be transferred into another lesson. So there's consistency throughout the academy as well in terms of and improving teaching and learning. So it gives that extra dimension to this academy that no other academy offers.
Represent the enzymes.
I think it's been beneficial to me because I can organise things in the calendars, I can write notes down, I can do to-do lists. Obviously we have apps that help us out, so we've got iMotion, we've got things like Evernote and Notes Plus, things that can aid us. Sometimes you'll have the teacher say to us, okay, in the next 5 minutes, research something, and then we had the time to go on our iPads, research something. Teachers check their email frequently, so if you just send them an email saying, "Sir, I don't have my homework sheet," or "How do I do this?" when they're free, they will reply to you and you can get the answers you need without waiting until the next school day.
Socrative is a learning app we've used quite extensively. We're able to very quickly use an assessment for learning feature in the classroom.
No, I was asking about the whole task. So I've done, because it was first 4, then we changed it to 10. The Socrative app is connected to the teacher's computer so that the questions that are set out to the class can be done on your app, on the iPad, and are transferred straight onto the computer so that we know what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, and the things that we are doing wrong, we can improve on. The iPad is really helpful. People can benefit from the scheme like I benefit from it.
I think we're getting a fantastic quality of teaching because of the ICT, or in fact the quality of learning is deeper. It allows the students to get deeper into the subjects around that. It allows the fact we're a very ICT driven centre here anyway, but it means they've already got on the cusp of them all that information they're able to use. And we're continually looking at how we drive and increase that. How can we get students to really track what they're doing in terms of deadlines moving forward? How can we get them to track their communication into things like UCAS, Duke of Edinburgh, careers, and even mentoring?
Tend to find that it makes it quite easy carrying on work that you've done at school at home. Hello. How are you? Okay, thank you. Have a good day at school. Yes, thank you. Have you got much homework? It's hugely different to the school I was at before. We had no technology like this really that was accessible. So with this, it just It's so much easier to transfer straight away. Anything I do on here, I can email to myself, get on the school system, I've got it on here, home system, everything. It's instant, and you know, it's that big. I can carry it with me anywhere. It's not a huge thing to lug around and have problems with.
Quite often parents and students will sit down together looking at the calendar of exams. So a parent could sit down at home and say, what have you got coming up? What are you doing? One of the things we're really keen on is increasing how we can actually get parents to actually follow more of their work in terms of their progress. And we're not quite there yet, but that's a future development we're working on.
I think we met BeLF on the very first induction evening, and they were fantastic. They explain the payment schemes. They say, you know, you are making a donation, what can you afford? So it means that you can think about it. And the amount of money that you pay or you donate is quite small in comparison to, you know, paying for their mobile phones. I think the fact that the charity are very good at making sure that everybody's got the same. So there isn't that kind of bullying. I'm not worried about them being in school having some piece of technology that somebody might try and pinch from them. It's great. For me, it's been completely worry-free. I've had no problems with it.
I feel a lot more confident in what I'm doing because I don't have that stress of, I don't know where this is, I don't know where that is, I've got so much to carry. It's all in one place, all organised, and it's so easy to sort everything out, and it just feels like a huge stress has gone, which, you know, I know from before stress was something that really held me back in my results, and I feel like, yeah, it's really helped.
Birmingham eLearning Foundation is a charity, and if we can help you wherever you are, we can be reached at www.belf.org.uk.